What if I told you that you don't need a big or expensive motorcycle to take comfortable trips and enjoy the journey? Today, we bring you a selection designed for those seeking freedom on two wheels without breaking the bank. Light scooters, between 125 and 300 cubic centimeters, with which you won't just move through the city with agility, but you'll also be able to hit the road with total confidence. Comfortable, practical models with good fuel consumption and the ability to surprise you on every getaway. If you're thinking about taking short trips, longer daily KYMCO Jet X 125, a scooter that bets on an aggressive design and accessible technology, designed to dominate urban chaos without emptying your wallet. With angular lines that break the monotony of traditional scooters, it features a front end with a 6-focus LED headlight, giving it that angry stare the press often comments on. Its sporty aesthetic is reinforced with details like the high-profile rear tire and retractable foot pegs that integrate cleanly into the bodywork when not in use. Although its floorboard is no longer completely flat, adopting a central tunnel inspired by rivals like the Yamaha NMAX 125, it compensates with a seat height of just 770 millimeters, making it accessible for practically any height. Under that combative shell beats a 124 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine homologated under Euro 5 standards. With a 4-valve cylinder head and a compression ratio of 12.7 to 1, it delivers 12.6 horsepower at 8,000 RPM and 11 newton-meters of torque at 6,500 RPM, figures that place it among the most powerful in its segment. Delivery is lively from low revs, ideal for quick accelerations at traffic lights, although its real top speed hovers around 100 kilometers per hour. The CVT transmission with belt drive ensures smooth operation with an average consumption of 3.4 liters per 100 kilometers, which, combined with the 7.5-liter tank, offers a range of 220 to 300 kilometers depending on riding style. Safety is another of its strengths, as it comes standard with dual-channel Continental ABS and traction control with 260mm discs up front and 220mm at the rear. The system is especially effective in wet conditions or over cobblestones, preventing rear-wheel lockups without feeling intrusive. The suspension, with a telescopic front fork and dual rear shock absorbers adjustable for preload, is calibrated for urban balance, absorbing bumps firmly but without losing composure in tight corners. The 14-inch CST tires provide stability, although their wet grip isn't their strongest point. In technology, KYMCO has gone all out, with full LED lighting, a color LCD screen showing data like a tachometer, fuel level, and speed, and a practical keyless system that, however, requires taking the remote out of your pocket to press a button. The USB port inside the glove box allows for quick device charging, while the under-seat space fits an integral helmet, though the central tunnel is underutilized and could have expanded the storage. Small details like alert beeps when starting or the automatic emergency light system during hard braking add layers of utility. Its price of $2,999 is a torpedo to the market, positioning it as a 25% more economical alternative to rivals like the Yamaha NMAX 125. Who is the Jet X 125 for? Perfect if you want an agile, well-equipped scooter with attitude for daily use. It offers enough power for city and short road trips, safety technology unusual at its price point, and a seat height that inspires confidence. It's not the most refined option in terms of vibrations or storage, but for under $3,000, it's hard to ask for more. KEEWAY VIESTE 125 GT. It stands out for a refined design that combines aerodynamic lines with touches of contemporary luxury. Its front end sports an LED headlight with a wing-shaped and full-coverage DRL daytime running lights, improving both aesthetics and visibility in low-light conditions. The 13-inch wheels optimize maneuverability in dense traffic, while the 700mm seat height and 125-kilogram weight make it accessible for riders of all heights, making it easy to put both feet down during stops. The bodywork, available in colors like metallic gray or deep black, incorporates chrome details and an integrated windscreen that reduces wind fatigue on long rides.
under its polished aesthetic, beats a 125 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine homologated under Euro 5 standards. This unit, with a 4-valve cylinder head and Bosch electronic injection, develops 9.5 horsepower at 8,000 RPM and 9.5 newton-meters of torque at 8,500 RPM. Power delivery is smooth and progressive, ideal for quick accelerations at traffic lights, with a real top speed of 110 kilometers per hour. The CVT transmission includes a centrifugal clutch optimized to reduce vibrations, and combined with a 9.5-liter tank, achieves an average consumption of 2.8 to 3.2 liters per 100 kilometers, offering ranges of up to 300 kilometers. The tubular steel chassis prioritizes rigidity without sacrificing lightness. The suspension, consisting of a 33mm telescopic front fork and dual rear shock absorbers adjustable for preload, effectively absorbs urban irregularities, although its firm tuning slightly limits comfort on pronounced cobblestones. The combined braking system, with lobed 240mm front and 215mm rear discs, offers balanced and progressive braking, though it lacks ABS, a point that could be improved compared to rivals like the Honda PCX 125. The tires are more efficient in dry conditions than wet and provide stability in tight corners, backed by a low center of gravity that favors quick direction changes. The GT raises the technological standard with an extra-wide 5-inch TFT screen, displaying data like digital speedometer, tachometer, instant fuel consumption, and ambient temperature. The keyless system allows starting, opening the fuel cap, or accessing the trunk without physical keys, while 100% LED lighting reinforces safety and style. It includes a USB port in the front glove box for device charging, though it lacks integrated Bluetooth. The under-seat storage is a weak point as it doesn't have enough space for a full-faced helmet, but this is compensated for with promotions including a 29-liter shad top case. With a price of $3,390, the VIESTE 125 competes with models like the Yamaha NMAX 125 or the SYM Jet X 125, positioning itself as a mid-priced option but outstanding in equipment. Ideal if you want a mostly urban scooter but one you can enjoy on weekend getaways, with an agile engine for the city and head-turning design. It's not the most practical in storage nor the most smooth in suspension, but its combination of style, warranty, and price make it one of the smartest bets.
VOGE SR1125. It arrives as a scooter that combines Italian design, advanced technology, and urban efficiency in a surprisingly affordable package. With aerodynamic lines created by the prestigious designer Massimo Zanaboni, its aesthetic fuses elegance and aggression. The front LED headlight gives it a bold look, with turn signals integrated into the fairings and a sculpted profile that turns heads at traffic lights and avenues. Ergonomics prioritize accessibility, with a 775mm seat height facilitating foot-down support for most riders, while its 139kg wet weight and 1320mm wheelbase ensure maneuverability in dense traffic. Details like the non-slip seat with triple waterproof stitching and folding foot pegs reflect a practical approach without sacrificing style. Under its bodywork beats a 124.9 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, equipped with a 4-valve cylinder head, Bosch electronic injection, and Euro 5 certification, capable of delivering 11.6 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 11 newton-meters of maximum torque at 6,500 RPM, figures that place it among the most powerful in its segment. Delivery is lively from low revs, ideal for quick city accelerations thanks to electronic management that optimizes combustion chamber filling. The reinforced double-tooth belt drive ensures a smooth response with an average consumption of 2.7 liters per 100 kilometers, which, combined with the 8-liter tank, offers ranges up to 360 kilometers. The low sound and motion technology reduces vibrations to a minimum, making starts and stops almost silent.
Safety is one of its pillars. It comes standard with dual-channel ABS and switchable traction control, working with 240mm front and 220mm rear disc brakes, actuated by dual piston calipers at the front and a single piston at the rear. The ESS system activates brake light flashing during hard stops to alert following vehicles, while the 14-inch front and 13-inch rear tires offer a balance between wet grip and durability. The suspension, with a telescopic front fork and dual rear shock absorbers adjustable for preload and 5 levels, is calibrated to absorb urban bumps without losing composure in corners. In technology, the SR1 125 surprises with high-end equipment. A colored TFT screen with Bluetooth connectivity to sync your smartphone and manage calls, music, and navigation via arrows, a keyless system for starting, opening the seat and fuel cap, and 100% LED lighting, including daytime running lights and rear lights with a distinctive signature. An integrated 1080p front dash cam records journeys and syncs with the VOGE app, while the 29-liter underseat space fits a full-face helmet and accessories. Its construction prioritizes longevity. The engine was tested for 200 uninterrupted hours on a dyno and 60,000 kilometers on the road. The chassis endured 150,000 stress cycles, and the paint passed 600 hours of UV and corrosion resistance tests. With a price starting from €2,540 and €2,999, it positions itself as a 25% more economical alternative to rivals like the Yamaha XMAX 125, backed by a 2-year warranty. Who is it for? If you want an urban scooter with technological DNA and a touring spirit, this bike is for you. It offers enough spirit for city and interurban trips, active safety unusual at its price point, and storage that invites daily use. It's not the sportiest option in tight corners, but for its price, it's hard to find more smiles per kilometer.
Yamaha XMAX 300. It remains an undisputed benchmark in its segment, combining sporty design with urban functionality without sacrificing technology. Its aesthetic maintains that aggressive front end that characterizes it, with an X-shaped LED headlight giving it its own identity and aerodynamic bodywork inspired by its bigger sister, the T-Max. With a seat height of 795 millimeters and a wet weight of 183 kilograms, it positions itself as an accessible option even for riders of medium height, facilitating city maneuvers without losing presence on the road. Under that modern shell beats a 292 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, now homologated under the strict Euro 5 standard. Developed with Yamaha's Blue Core technology, it offers 27 horsepower at 7,250 RPM and a maximum torque of 29 Newton-meters at 5,750 RPM, figures that prioritize efficiency without giving up constant thrust. Delivery is smooth from low revs, ideal for traffic light accelerations, but surprises with linear progression, allowing speeds over 140 kilometers an hour on the highway without annoying vibrations. With a homologated consumption of 3.5 liters per 100 kilometers and a 13-liter tank, it achieves ranges of up to 410 kilometers in mixed use, a figure hard to match in its category. The cycle part bets on a balance between agility and stability. The tubular steel chassis combines with a 110mm travel telescopic front fork and a dual rear shock absorber system, calibrated to absorb urban bumps without losing composure in open corners. The 15-inch front and 14-inch rear wheels, fitted with Michelin SportMax tires, offer wet grip and precision in direction changes. The brakes, with a 267mm front disc and 245mm rear disc, include dual-channel ABS as standard, ensuring progressive braking even on wet cobblestones. Where XMAX truly shines is in its day-to-day-oriented technology. The 4.3-inch LCD screen is the command center, displaying data like speed, RPM, temperature, and fuel level, plus it integrates Bluetooth connectivity via the My Ride app to manage calls, messages, or music from the handlebar. The Smart Key system allows starting without a physical key and accessing the fuel cap or underseat compartment just by approaching, while the USB-C port in the glove box charges devices during trips. As a practical detail, the underseat compartment fits 2 full-size helmets, an ideal solution for those combining work and leisure. For 2025, Yamaha expands the range with the TechMax and TechMax Plus versions, elevating luxury with a 4.2-inch color TFT screen, integrated Garmin navigation, heated seat and grips, and an electrically adjustable windscreen that optimizes wind protection on the road.
These models, available in colors like ceramic gray or dark magma, also add aluminum footrests and premium upholstery details. With a price of $6,499 for the standard version, it positions itself as a more economical alternative than rivals like the BMW C400 GT or the Honda ADV 350, also standing out for its lower consumption and greater range. Yamaha backs its reliability with an extensive service network and maintains accessible maintenance intervals. Oil changes every 5,000 kilometers, and air filter check every 12,000 kilometers. Its ideal audience? Urban riders who demand style without giving up occasional trips, or travelers who value storage and technology. Although the suspension could be more refined on pronounced bumps, and the plastics aren't top tier, every euro invested translates into kilometers of smiles. Proof that evolution sometimes lies in refining what already works almost perfectly.
Piaggio Beverly 300. It represents the natural evolution of the iconic large-wheel scooter, now powered by a 310 cubic centimeters single-cylinder engine. This block, completely redesigned in 70% of its components, includes an offset cylinder to reduce friction, a new injector, and an optimized starting system. It delivers 27 horsepower at 7,500 RPM and 29.5 Newton-meters of torque at 6,000 RPM, homologated under the strict Euro 5 Plus standard. Power delivery is smooth and elastic at low revs, ideal for urban accelerations, but retains a lively character on the road, allowing speeds up to 127 kilometers per hour. Additionally, it integrates stop and start technology that reduces consumption in traffic jams, achieving an average of 3 to 3.3 liters per 100 kilometers. With a 12-liter tank, its range exceeds 360 kilometers, perfect for mixed trips. Its design maintains the Italian essence, with muscular lines that fuse elegance, featuring the Piaggio tie, that honeycomb-shaped grille on the front shield, adding a touch of distinction, while the 16-inch front and 14-inch rear wheels ensure stability in corners and bumps. The seat height is 790 millimeters, and the low chassis make it accessible for riders of various heights, though its 183 kilograms wet weight is noticeable in slow maneuvers. The cycle part reinforces its touring character with a double cradle steel chassis combined with a 35mm Showa front fork and rear shock absorbers adjustable for preload in 5 positions, calibrated to absorb irregularities without sacrificing agility. The brakes, with 300mm front and 240mm rear discs with dual-piston Brembo calipers, include dual-channel ABS and ASR traction control, offering safety in wet conditions or over cobblestones. This package, along with the low center of gravity thanks to the tank located under the floor, provides stable handling both in the city and on secondary roads. In technology, Piaggio bets on smart practicality. The keyless system allows starting, opening the fuel cap, or accessing the underseat compartment with capacity for 2 helmets without taking out the remote. The 5.5-inch LCD screen shows data like instant consumption, range, ambient temperature, and even ice alerts, while the USB port in the glove box charges devices. For 2025, the S version with sporty finish adds details in blue or matte graphite, dark wheels, and optional Piaggio MIA connectivity that syncs the smartphone to manage calls or voice navigation. Its official price starts at $5,799 for the standard variant and $5,899 for the Beverly S, with a 4-year warranty if official services are maintained, a key detail for those seeking long-term peace of mind. Is the Beverly 310 for you? If you prioritize urban elegance without giving up occasional trips, it offers an exceptional balance between practical technology, competent chassis dynamics, and that Italian style noticeable in every detail. It's not the cheapest scooter in its segment, but every extra euro translates into materials better than average and an engine that ages with dignity.
a faithful companion for those who hate grayness in their daily mobility.
SEAM CRUISYM Alpha 300.
It positions itself in 2025 as a GT Max scooter that fuses aggressive lines with practicality, designed to conquer both city and road. Its design breaks the monotony of traditional scooters. A sharp front end with an arrow-shaped LED headlight giving it a dynamic profile, turn signals integrated into the mirrors improving aerodynamics, and details like simulated carbon fiber footrests adding a touch of sporty sophistication. The 14-inch front and 13-inch rear wheels, unusual on urban scooters, provide stability in open corners, while its 790mm seat height and 194kg weight facilitate maneuvers in dense traffic without sacrificing road presence. Under that bodywork of angular and sharp lines beats a 278.3 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled single-cylinder homologated under Euro 5 standards. With a power of 25.6 horsepower at 7,500 RPM and 26.2 Newton-meters of torque at 6,500 RPM, it offers smooth delivery at low revs, ideal for urban accelerations, but with enough thrust to maintain 130 kilometers per hour on the highway without annoying vibrations. The CVT transmission includes a centrifugal clutch optimized for 2025, reducing jerks on starts, and is complemented by traction control that prevents slips on wet or gravel surfaces. Average consumption is around 3.5 liters per 100 kilometers, and with its 12-liter tank, it achieves ranges of up to 360 kilometers, perfect for weekend getaways. The tubular steel chassis combines with a telescopic front fork and dual rear shock absorbers adjustable for preload in 4 positions. The brakes, with 260mm front and 240mm rear discs, use Brembo calipers assisted by dual-channel Bosch ABS, offering progressive modulation even in emergency braking. The tires have sizes 120/70/14 front and 140/60/13 rear that balance wet grip and durability, though their high profile limits dynamism in tight corners. In technology, SIM bets on smart practicality. The digital LCD screen shows essential data like instant consumption, range, and temperature, while the keyless system allows starting, opening the fuel cap, or accessing the trunk. The underseat compartment, with capacity for 2 full-face helmets, is one of the most spacious in its category and is complemented by a front glove box with a USB port for quick device charging. The lighting is 100% LED, including headlights with 3D function and hexagonal rear turn signals, improving nighttime visibility. Its value for money is perhaps its greatest strength, with an official suggested price of $5,499, below rivals like the Yamaha XMAX 300 or the Honda Forza 350. SIM backs this proposal with a 5-year warranty, a key argument against premium brands with shorter warranties. Ultimately, this bike is an ideal proposition if you want a versatile scooter that devours urban kilometers in comfort and transforms into a weekend travel companion. It offers noteworthy safety technology, generous storage, and a reliable engine for intensive use. It's not the most agile option in mountain curves, nor the most luxurious, but for less than $6,000, it's hard to find a scooter with so much character.
KYMCO DTX 360. It bursts into the maxi scooter segment with a bold proposal, a design that challenges the boundaries between asphalt and secondary paths. Its crossover aesthetic is instantly recognizable with aggressive lines inspired by trail bikes, a split LED headlight with a wild stare, and a raised front fender suggesting capability for the unexpected. The 14-inch front and 13-inch rear wheels wear CST mixed tires, balancing grip on pavement and loose terrain. For 2025, KYMCO reinforces its character with details like a smoked windscreen dome,
metal foot pegs with rubber studs, and a redesigned seat with reinforced stitching and new foam padding that raises its height to 800 millimeters, keeping it accessible for riders of various heights while improving comfort on long distances. Under this muscular bodywork beats a 321 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled single-cylinder, homologated under the strict Euro 5 standard. Optimized with adjustments to the electronic injection, it is capable of delivering 27.7 HP at 7,250 RPM and 29 Newton-meters of torque at 5,750 RPM, figures that prioritize an elastic response in the city, but with enough thrust to maintain 130 kilometers per hour. The CVT transmission includes traction control that automatically adjusts power on slippery surfaces like wet or gravel, preventing unexpected slides. With a 12.5-liter tank and average consumption of 3.8 liters per 100 kilometers, it achieves ranges of up to 360 kilometers, ideal for weekend getaways without fuel worries. It features a tubular steel chassis that serves as the base for a 37-millimeter diameter telescopic fork with 110 millimeters of travel and 2 rear shock absorbers adjustable for preload in 5 positions. This package absorbs urban bumps with composure and offers stability on dirt roads, though its limited travel doesn't make it an extreme off-roader. The brakes consist of a 260 millimeters front disc bitten by a radial 3-piston caliper and a 220 millimeters rear disc actuated by a 2-piston caliper managed by dual-channel ABS. The low center of gravity, thanks to the tank located under the floor, improves maneuverability in tight corners, though its 194 kilograms wet weight is noticeable in slow maneuvers or tight parking. In technology, the DTX balances practicality and safety. The keyless system allows starting, opening the fuel cap, or accessing the trunk, while the LCD screen shows essential data like instant consumption, range, traction control activation, and engine temperature. The underseat compartment has capacity for 2 full-face helmets, complemented by a front glove box with a USB port for device charging. The 100% LED lighting with daytime running headlights, turn signals integrated into the mirrors, and large format rear lights improve nighttime visibility, though it lacks Bluetooth connectivity or navigation to keep its price competitive. Its price is $4,650 with occasional promotions including free registration or insurance. This positions it 20 to 30% more economical than rivals like the Honda ADV 350 or the Sim ADX TG 400. Key strengths include its suspension, competent for mixed use, standard traction control, generous space, and aggressive price. Limitations include certain handlebar vibrations between 3,000 and 4,000 RPM reported by users, and a ground clearance of 135 millimeters that limits demanding off-road use. In short, it's the ideal companion if you want a versatile scooter that navigates narrow streets, carries luggage, and explores some rural paths without drama. It offers notable safety technology, a reliable engine for intensive use, and that adventurous attitude few maxi scooters replicate. It's not a pure trail bike, but proof that exploration doesn't require sacrificing practicality.
As you see, you don't need a big motorcycle or a huge budget to set off on an adventure. These scooters between 125 and 300 cubic centimeters have it all. They're light, comfortable, economical, and above all, capable of taking you much further than you imagine. Whether for daily commuting, weekend getaways, or that first big trip you've been dreaming of, there's a perfect option for you. And if you're thinking of taking it a step further or looking for something with more substance for long distances, don't miss our video on the best maxi scooters for traveling and daily use. I promise there are true gems that will surprise you with their quality, equipment, and price. Thanks for joining us once again. If you liked this content, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, which of these scooters would you take on a trip tomorrow? See you on the next route. And remember, ride smart, but always with heart.